And now, your selection. Meet the stars.
It is an alien world with no sunlight and temperatures far beyond boiling. It is called Earth. Join Academy Award-winning director James Cameron for a once-in-a-lifetime 3D journey, 2.5 miles straight down.
So can you tell me when you first got interested in exploration, how long has this kind of dream been simmering inside of you?
Oh, probably about the age of 6. I don't know. I mean, I certainly loved science programming and science fiction when I was a kid. I loved Jacques Cousteau and the images that he was bringing back from the ocean, which were stunning in those days, and people just hadn't seen that stuff. So I grew up with it. I grew up in the most amazing time for exploration in the 20th century, during the Gemini and Apollo programs, during the whole Man in the Sea programs that were going on in the 60s. So I've felt like in recent decades we've turned away from that. There's not as much that's happening that seems to be as exciting to the public, even though there are amazing things happening. So I wanted to communicate to the public that, yeah, we're still exploring the ocean, and yeah, there's still amazing things that have never been seen down there.
Do you hope that a movie like this will spark in the public consciousness a desire to do more and really get out there and search for more things?
Definitely. We're hoping that this, or at least I'm hoping that this is going to encourage people to get excited about our ocean, about our planet, and about elsewhere, just our surroundings, the environments that we're going to come in contact with in the next couple of years.
And as far as some of the amazing things you saw down there, has that sort of sparked any ideas for future projects for you?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, when your brain is as overstimulated as it gets when you're doing one of these diving expeditions, your imagination runs wild. So I've got lots of ideas that will hopefully, creep their way back into my feature filmmaking. But also a lot more ideas about what we can do in terms of the technology for doing deep ocean imaging and exploration, which, we've already planned a whole new fleet of machines and cameras and lights and vehicles and all kinds of stuff. So,
what was the most amazing thing that you saw on this particular trip?
The most amazing. It's all pretty spectacular, if you ask me, but the most amazing, I'm a biologist, so life is amazing to me, and life living in extreme environments. When you see, we go to this site called Snake Pit, and there's this huge amount of shrimp swarming really close to black smokers, which is superheated fluid, and just the sheer mass of animals that live at that site, that blew me away. And I've been to some of these sites before, but still, just seeing it up close and personal took it to another level for me. That was quite spectacular.
Now, have the two of you discovered any new species? Have they named anything after you guys?
We've got many, many hours of footage to go through to look at that. So it's an ongoing process. So we'll find out soon enough.
So there might be like a Cameron Titanicus fish at some point.
Well, Dijanna already named the big jellyfish Biggest Dudicus. I would be very surprised if we did not find some new species, even if they're only at a microbiological level. It's very possible that in our hundreds of hours of imaging, there are macroscopic animals that haven't been described before as well. We don't know yet. The science moves slowly because it needs to be rigorous and it needs to be cross-referenced with what everybody else knows before you come out and say, hey, I found the new thing. So we don't know yet, but I'd be very surprised if we didn't.
Is there anything personally that you have to overcome to get into those little spheres and go that deep? Is that a claustrophobic kind of experience?
If you had claustrophobia,
might be
that might be a problem, but we don't. We don't. We love it. I mean, I'm very happy inside a submersible.
And have you guys seen The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou? Have you seen that film yet?
It's pretty funny. You got to see it because it's a little bit like what it's like to be on an expedition. It's all the same quirky little wacky personalities.
Well, thanks so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Aliens of the Deep in 3D.